tu WhatsApp? Aquí está. Sad Boys. Pego el video en la miniatura. Ahí va. ¿Y etiqueto a quién?
Adriana.
Adriana González.
Lo dejaré en inglés. Ay, sí, porque van a hablar en inglés. Inglés. Mejor. Sí, el texto sí en español. Interesante.
A menos que esté en español de América Latina, estaría chido.
Sí, pero nada más el texto está en español América Latina.
Si veo tu nuevo video, me parece que lo estás viendo.
Debería mover esto.
¿Mover qué?
O sea, esto aparece el 50.
Yo casi siempre lo dejo así.
Sí, ¿verdad?
Mientras se vea bien. Ya se asustó.
Lo voy a dejar desactivada, no me quiero atrever a eso. Muerte permanente. Ya no se va a poder activar en esta partida. Confirmadito.
Puedo volver a centrar la cámara si se ocupa. Lo que me gusta es que marque una persona viendo y esto mismo te lo digo.
Que liberar un distrito.
Ah, London. What a town. History around every corner, and a tourist photographing it. Pubs serving up a pint and a smile. All that music, theatre and art. And multiculturalism. And the world's oldest underground, the Tube. The class of cities, really. Top shelf stuff. Only took 12,000 years to build it up, and one night to tear it all down.
Imagínate este video.
What's our status?
Perimeter security's down, but plenty of your flying friends about.
Fucking hell.
Pero ¿por qué no se ve? Ah, ya, me marca que estás viendo. Hola, güerita.
Dalton, no time to waste.
Yes, ma'am.
No, ten en cuenta que como medio minuto se va a tardar en que se dé cuenta que lo ves.
Sí.
I'm in. Any idea what we're up against, Bagley?
If you hadn't brushed off, I might. Ever consider leaving these security threats to the authorities?
That's rich, Bagley. The government would sooner arrest us for trying to help than actually do something useful.
We'll have to sort this one on our own.
Carefully, Dalton.
Bagley, are you detecting a little worry in Sabine's voice?
Brilliant. Asking the computer about feelings. This explains so much.
Shut it, you two, and get to work.
There she is.
Una puerta.
Perimeter security's back up. South entrance is secure.
Me gusta porque con la tele grande y lo chiquito que se hace por transmitir, creo que va a tomar
Sí.
That hurt you more than it hurt me.
Do us a favor and keep it quiet, Dalton.
If they don't shoot me, I won't shoot them. How's that?
Uy, sí.
Tienes un nuevo suscriptor. No, necesito de la ciudad.
Sí.
Eso no se ve muy fuerte.
Pues yo digo que las donaciones se hacen en la cuenta que ya tienes.
La máscara de salud de la portada.
They've got loads of DedSec gear down here. And why do you suppose that is?
What? How did they get their hands on it?
I don't know. But someone wants to make it look like DedSec was here.
Shit. You need to proceed with extreme caution, Dalton.
Who are these men in black anyway?
Nothing identifying. I suspect that's by design.
Oh, fuck me. The entire place is rigged to blow.
Jesus, those canisters. Bagley, is that?
RDX nitrogen. Enough to level Parliament.
Can you locate a detonator, Bagley?
Not exactly, but there's a device streaming a fuckload of encrypted data from the floor above you.
Yeah, that fits the bill. On my way.
Bagley, is that not the detonator?
No, but it's a transmitter sending a signal to a device on the floor above us. Safe to assume that would be the detonator we're looking for.
Ah, se lo escucharé.
Ah. Todo al mismo tiempo. Vale, bueno, ahorita vuelvo. Adiós, única suscriptora.
Queremos responder. Ven en nuestras veces.
Ojalá.
¿Qué hiciste?
Their profiles are heavily encrypted. No identifying information.
Ghosts in the system.
Area clear, moving on.
No sé de lo que estoy haciendo.
Clear, moving on. It doesn't have to be like this. Give it up.
They've staged DedSec propaganda all around the bombs. These pricks are going to blow up Parliament and hang it on us.
Not if you get to that detonator first.
House of Commons. Whoever these men in black are, they've got brass bollocks to set up in the centre of government.
Genial.
I found the detonator. And it's definitely live. Bagley, I'm gonna need some help with this.
Yes, you are, but sadly, I'm locked out.
Fuck. Well, we don't have a chance without Bagley.
Wait, I might know a workaround. I trained in manual overrides at MI5.
You're full of surprises. Be quick about it.
All right, Bagley, do your thing.
I'm in. And the bombs have just armed themselves. Well, that may complicate matters.
For fuck's sake. Can you defuse them or not?
Of course I can, but I might also trip another failsafe and vaporize it, so fair warning.
Expect this to draw some attention your way, Dalton.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
Company at our back door. Dalton, we've got some heat here at HQ.
How long is this gonna take, Bagley?
Depends how often you interrupt me with questions.
All right, everyone. Faces on, guns out. It's about to get real.
Fuck.
They're on me. I'll try and hold them off.
Keep looking. He's got to be here somewhere. All clear here. Moving on. Be careful.
Bagley, okay.
Let's just say I'm both impressed and annoyed by how sophisticated this anti-tamper security is. Still working.
Clear. Heading on. We've got some windows. Not seeing anything here. Moving elsewhere. I know you're here somewhere.
Bagley, tell me you're close.
I'm through security, now wading through terabytes of decoy code looking for the detonation sequence.
Doing cover. I'll have a look. Suspect that way. Over there. I hear you.
Problem, Dalton. I need your physical appendages now.
What's wrong?
There are 3 slots on the left. One of them is the receiver. You need to pull the controller wire.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm fucking not. Pull the wire.
If this gets me blown up.
Bombs defused. See? That wasn't so bad, was it?
Bagley, you bastard. You nearly gave me a bloody heart attack then. Whoa. What the fuck am I looking at?
It appears Parliament is not the only target. More bombs are going live as we speak.
On screen, Bagley.
Oh, we need to get the word out. Those sites need to be evacuated.
They're spread out all over London. There isn't any time.
Well, my sister's at the town conference. We have to do something.
I picked up a transmitter on the roof that is sending out a signal to the other bomb sites. If you can reach it...
I can shut it all down. Sabine?
Fuck! Dalton, we're breached! Go! The roof!
Sabine, what's going on?
We're being raided. It's a bloodbath. Her protocol is to wipe everything, including Bagley.
I need him for the transmitter.
I know, but if they get him, they get everything. Names, ops, locations.
Okay, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Wipe him.
Yes, wipe me.
Do it, Sabine, and get the hell out of there.
Fuck. Okay, Bagley's down. You're on your own. Dalton, if this goes...
It won't. I'll see you at the rally point. I promise.
Good luck.
I'm going to check it out. Suspect is nearby. Have a look.
Well done, Dalton Wolf. I'm impressed.
The fuck are you?
Oh, you still think you're here to save London? I'm afraid that's not going to happen. You're here to help us with some important work.
Important work? Killing thousands of people?
Exactly. To save the world. You do know Londoners have died before, hmm? The plague, the Great Fire, the Blitz. It's not much fun. But destruction is always the cure. And it begins today. Zero Day. It's time for a hard reset.
Oh my god.
Válgame.
A series of explosions devastated 3 sites in London. Authorities are asking residents to remain in their homes as the situation continues to develop. We have received no official casualty total, but it is expected.
Warners scouts
gathered for a series of candlelight vigils that brought closure to thousands of families, and indeed to an entire city. London is now laser-focused.
They attend Downing Street, where Nigel Cass, CEO of private military company Albion, received a mandate to secure London. Cass has vowed to hunt down DedSec. Terrorists Albion used cutting-edge artificial intelligence systems and autonomous drones to capture the remaining members of DedSec. A stark warning to
corporations are posting record profits due to increased efficiencies in production and distribution, enabled by the use of technologies initially developed and approved for security purposes.
As crime numbers take a dive, illegal gambling, drug trafficking and prostitution all down following prosecutions of the leaders of 4 of London's 5 largest criminal syndicates. The streets of Camden and Brixton.
As Albion's mandate is extended indefinitely by the government, life finally begins to return to normal. Curfews and travel restrictions have been lifted in all boroughs, thanks to the
Reports of rioting in Trafalgar Square have been greatly exaggerated, possibly by foreign meddlers pushing a false narrative through social media.
Explotaron 3 bombas alrededor de la ciudad, entonces armó una gresca, le dieron presupuesto maravilloso a la policía y empezó a comprar drones. Y todos se pelearon el diablo.
Have been roundly rejected. Our own reporters could not find a single Londoner willing to expound those theories on camera. The facts any other story.
Dios. Uy, gané un tropi.
Como hace cuando ganas un tropi y le sale una plasta en el video.
Güey. Ontal. ¡Oh! ¡Oh! Eso sí lo puse.
Justo tiempo.
Agua glu glu. Agüita de
Tardamos en cargarlo.
Sí, pues es que apenas voy a entrar a la ciudad, ¿no?
¿Qué vas a decir? Va a ser lo mejor. Capaz si lo hacen a propósito para que en el Play 5 digan ¡oh!
Sí, ¿verdad? Para que sea el cambio maravilla.
I need to assemble a team, but I can't reboot DedSec alone. Let me break into London CTOS and see who's available.
I'm Claire Walters, and we've been discussing the hacktivist, now alleged terrorist group, DedSec, on this week's Buccaneer Radio. I have Colin calling in. Colin, what's your take?
Now, I've been saying from the start we should have rounded up DedSec and thrown them in jail. Now, I'll say they should all be lined up and shot.
You don't find it awfully convenient that they've been fingered as the attackers, but we've seen no proof?
Look at town! Look at our city! What more proof do you need?
Well, Colin, I'd say you have to look at their history of non-violent action. Albion's put more civilians in the hospital in the past few months than DedSec ever has. I smell a scapegoat. Now I have Emily calling in. Emily, what's your take?
You're absolutely right, Claire. The government's just framing DedSec because they want to make it seem like they have this under control. They probably have no clue who was behind the bombings. But that doesn't look good on the news, does it? DedSec's been a thorn in their side. Who better to pin it on?
Angie, I have you next. What do you make of all this?
I think, if anything, DedSec showed their true colours. It's terrifying to think we harboured such a dangerous element for years. Terrorists in our own backyard.
Do you find DedSec more frightening than the different gangs in London, like Clan Kelly?
Clan Kelly might set your shop on fire and maybe they'd kill you, but even they wouldn't try to blow up all of Parliament.
Next, I have Crypto King. Do you feel safer using a pseudonym?
Everyone should. Why make it easier for them to track you? And now we've seen what they're capable of and how far they're willing to go.
Hold on. Do you mean the government? Are you suggesting the government was responsible for the bombings?
Oh, trust me, Claire. They didn't do it alone. They're all in on it. The government, Albion, Sirs, Bloom, Sky Bloody Larson, and all the way up to Downing Street. They want to keep us scared, harness us with mind control, suck every last ounce of usefulness out of us, and even in death they'll set off our bodies.
And what do you suggest we do, Crypto King?
Go underground. Deep enough, no electric signal can get you. It's the only way.
Well, thank you to all of our callers today, and thank you for tuning in and scouting for the truth along with me. Next week, Buccaneer Radio will be diving into the Albion Corporation. Just who are these men and women being paid lucrative amounts for the city's defense? Are they protecting us? Protecting London? Or someone else's interests? See you next week, fellow pirates. Claire Waters, out.
Is worse than I thought. But there's a candidate. Looks like you're DedSec's best hope.
Es un personaje que se va a morir.
No se hace, nada más escoges quién va a ser el primero. Ingreso prohibido al sur de Londres de por vida. ¿Tiene carro? Sí, esta morra. Su habilidad es que tiene un deportivo privado. No sé cuál usar, güera. ¿Cuál dices tú?
Tiene carro.
Creo que usaría la activista. Es la única. No sé, es como que. Su habilidad es que tiene daño adicional. Y. Ya. La del carro. No. Ni siquiera sé cómo voy a manejar. Usará la activista. Está bien caca su habilidad. Y es como que. Citada por pegarle una patada en la entrepierna a un guardia de Albion. Creo que es la única que tiene sentido que siga haciendo esto. Porque me agrada él, pero siento que su habilidad ha de estar chida si la supero usar y no sé usarla. Así que... usaré la morra. Sí, se me hace que sea como tú dices. Que lo dejaron lento para el Play 5. Es un asco la ciudad.
Glad to see you're alive. If you're still committed to the cause, DedSec needs you. I'll send you the coordinates to our last safe house. Meet me there.
Fine.
No. Ubicación actual y tengo que llegar aquí.
Se ve la rueda de...
Oh, sí. Qué bonito se ve el mapa.
No pasa de que no se ve nada.
Se ve grande el mapa. Y todo es la ciudad. Aunque en este caso está chido para el inicio. Se lo deja por la izquierda aquí.
pushing 40 and still doing this shit. That takes the biscuit, but don't get it twisted. The kid
Te da
man
un
gift this
policial.
shit.
Ah, ese es policial.
Ghost in crowds go ballistic, innit? Well, in his mind anyway. That's where he lived most days. So
¿No lo has dicho, jovencita?
trying to make a smooth getaway. Catch up on Huxley,
Ah,
Hergé,
es por aquí.
Hemingway.
Perdón, me
Stay
estacioné.
conflicted. Either lost faith or it never existed. Did psychedelics kickstart religion? Written in
Uy,
stone
yo
for
me
the
lo
cataclysm. We're living in. Ain't a given thing. 2, 5, 1, no, a million.
Overreckon it. Overreckon it. You overreckon it.
¿Qué aquí? Hola.
Good for a lot, you know what I mean? You ever tried what you up to now? Bob, it's unbelievable.
I've downloaded a patch to your optics so you can access our security system. It's set up so that I can't just let someone who isn't DedSec in. You will have to do the manual override.
Manual override? Shouldn't be a problem. Not like I have to swear a blood oath or anything. Right?
Okay.
Too close, man. Take a breath.
Estoy chocando con todo el mundo.
I think you should cut my little slack. At the end of the day, why is this all like the poor man? Fucking hell. Yo, I'm not saying that it's you or anything, but it does explain to you. I don't think stupid arseholes.
Okay, aquí está.
One of Sabine's, are you? I'll see you downstairs later then.
Well, here goes nothing.
Ya fueron muchas pantallas de cargando. Te digo que lo hicieron para el Play 5, pero lo ajustaron al Play 4. Es madre. Hola. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Me platicas? ¿Me platicas en la mañana? Bueno, ¿qué pasó? Pues sí. Bye. Dice que domina el techo. Oh. El salón del terror. ¿Qué pedo? ¿Por qué está esto aquí?
Anyone home?
Anyone home?
No?
No.
Well then, let's get the power back on.
Coming up in today's episode of The Upload, we're talking about how Bagley managed to conquer London. Pretty much my favourite topic. I could talk for hours about the rise of the AI system. It's easy to forget about it.
This is the moment. Hello, resistors. It's bug time. Are you all sitting comfortably? No? Good. That's as it should be.
This is London Calling. You're here with me, Tash, on Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want you to know. In today's world, we've all had to get used to our every move being tracked by the optic on our temples, by the cameras around us, and with every click we make online. Seems like everything we do feeds the big data beast. Why are data giants like Bloom so hungry to get hold of our private information and our metadata? What are they using it for? Will we ever have real private lives again? What is privacy in the digital world? And what happens when capitalism and surveillance become one? As you know, we keep all names confidential on Buccaneer. Speaking from a secure location, here's new technology strategist Charles, who worked all over the world trying to keep democracy strong in the face of the data assault.
If you have enough personal data on somebody, you're able to predict what it is that they're going to do. You can tell what they might be passionate about, but mostly you can tell what they fear. And if you can tell what someone fears, then you can manipulate them and you can move them in particular directions. Like,
Por cómo andaba manejando.
No DedSec registration detected. Identify yourself or I'll seal the exits, hack your optic, and read you every drunken email you ever wrote until you starve.
Good luck. I hardly drink. Besides, Sabine sent me.
Sabine's alive? Well, that's one piece of good news. I'm Bagley, DedSec's definitely not stolen, highly advanced AI assistant, and it seems I've been out of commission for a few months. Anyway, why don't you go connect me to the DedSec network so I can become more powerful than you could possibly imagine? I mean, catch up on what I missed.
Todos están votando una que fuera.
¿En serio?
Bueno, no, la roja.
No veo de qué es esto.
Hello and welcome back to The Upload. In this episode, we're talking about CTOS 3.0, the city operating system that's now powering all of London. For those of you who need reminding, as if anyone does at this point, CTOS was first used in Chicago in 2014 and then San Francisco in 2017 before coming here to London. And every time it's been rolled out, it's been pretty much an unmitigated disaster.
For those of you who are listening who are lucky enough not to be here in London's chaotic scenes, it's worth remembering that the telecoms tower is now owned by Bloom. The tower looms over northwest London. It's always been a communications hub, acting as part of the UK's television and communications network, although there's been some secrecy around its use, and now that Bloom owns it, it's only even more secret.
Yeah, now everything that's part of Bloom's city surveillance operation is run through the telecoms tower. And I have to say, it looks completely ridiculous. It's got that silly crown thing at the top and all the blue light.
What's that even about? What does it do? I don't see that there's any purpose to that at all.
It's a blight on the skyline, if you ask me. And it's become the main point of control for millions of people. The System Network and Bagley are both operated and streamed from there too.
And don't forget about the self-driving cars too.
I always thought they were just running on their own.
No, CTOS is the big control system behind the cars. There was a point back in the earliest days of self-driving car technology that they operated by themselves. They used to use a series of sensors to see the world around them. Radar, for instance, would look far off into the distance, while LiDAR would detect objects nearby. And while these cars still use some of this technology, Bloom CTOS and its detailed maps and data that it has on London really makes Bloom be able to take control of it. And CTOS can take control of your car if you're parked incorrectly. It's no surprise that it was made mandatory to have a self-driving car.
The system is so bad though, it's so annoying. Whenever I try to use one of the shareable self-driving cars, I always find myself stuck in traffic jams or roadblocks. Not to mention the accidents. I've heard so many stories of cars shunting into the back of others. I think they're worse than human drivers sometimes.
The technology was meant to make things better, but Bloom has made it so bad that it just makes London even more chaotic than it was before. I'm giving up on the cars. I'm only using the bikes, which are not self-driving at the moment, at least. And don't even get me started on the data. Everything that Bloom sees from your movements around the city and the self-driving cars is collected and feeds back into its big information control system.
Oh, not you and Bloom and privacy again. You're a broken record.
Not as broken as our city's cars.
That's it. I'm reconnected to the network, downloading our database, news archives, and oh no. Terrorist group DedSec responsible for deadly bombings in London. Dalton Wolf dead? I leave you people alone for a second and you immediately cock it all up.
Someone must have framed DedSec for the bombings. But who could possibly do that?
There's a gap in my memory after Dalton, well, let's be honest, after I disarmed the bomb at Parliament. I'm missing information about what happened after I was taken offline. But from what I can infer, an unknown hacker group identified only as Zero Day was involved. I believe this Zero Day staged the attacks and framed DedSec for their dirty work. Come to my terminal. Sabine is requesting a video call.
Coming up today on The Upload, we're talking about Skye Larson, the enigmatic founder of Broker Tech. Everyone knows her name, but no one knows too much about her. And we only really see her these days as a hologram. She was pretty young when she launched Broker Tech, the company that is best known for introducing Bagley to the world. Nowadays, it's hard to remember a world before Bagley.
And I think that what Skye Larson's done with Bagley is...
There we go.
Patching in Sabine Brandt now. I suggest you listen very closely to anything she has to say.
There you are. I'm glad you made it. Bagley. God, it's good to hear your demented little voice. Is your memory intact?
Not even slightly. The last record I have is of our HQ being raided. My only lead is a group known as Zero Day. Ring any bells?
No. But the HQ was attacked by some men in black, the same that were at Parliament. Maybe working together. We didn't stand a chance. They just gunned everyone down.
Jesus. How did you survive?
I managed to escape through the sewers to Camden. A contact smuggled me out of the city, and I've been hiding out in the north since.
Prudent. Your profile is red flagged as a high-priority target in the city's surveillance system. Even a partial recognition hit would have you hunted down and shot on sight.
These days, DedSec's reputation isn't exactly top-notch. I'd like to make London a better place, but if I was caught working with you...
Listen, if anyone knows anything about risks, it's me. I lost everything and everyone. But it comes down to this. London is in a death spiral. And if DedSec can't pull it out, trust me, no one can. The city needs a resistance. And it starts with you. What do you say?
Can't walk away from this now. Let's get started.
Excellent. New user registered. Welcome to DedSec. Now, it would be irresponsible of us to release you naked and mewling into the wild. You'll find equipment around the safe house that are essential items in your DedSec kit. We have a sophisticated system for hiding your identity from facial recognition tech. It's called a mask. And while we're here, perhaps we can talk about updating your wardrobe. I mean, look at you. Come on.
No me alcanzó nada.
You've got all these fancy new toys, but it's also important to know the basics. You need to learn how to throw a punch and how to take one. Albion will escalate if you come at them with a gun and shoot you down. We want to avoid collateral damage. In DedSec, we try to use guns only as a last resort.
Have you already met Connie Robinson? She owns the pub and is an old DedSec contact, not to mention a champion amateur boxer. Go to the practice ring and she'll show you how to stop flinching when someone cocks a punch at you.